Many of you have been asking me about buying property and building your dream home versus buying an already existing home. So today I'm going to answer your most frequently asked questions and give you the information to help you make a decision on whether buying land and building is right for you, or if buying an existing home is better for your situation and your budget. And in this video, I'm going to specifically talk about Gilpin County since I get a lot of inquiries about this area. So let's get into it. I'm Jessica, a licensed realtor and resident in the state of Colorado. I've worked with clients in all areas of the state, but recently I've been dealing with a lot of closings in Black Hawk, Colorado. Black Hawk is a small mountain town just south of Boulder and west of Denver. And I've had clients ask specifically about buying land and building off of it, so here's what you need to know. Chapter 1. Understanding Gilpin County's regulations. So first things first, Gilpin County has specific regulations that you need to be aware of before purchasing land or building a home here. The planning department has rules and regulations in place to ensure that development aligns with the county's goals for preserving its natural beauty and historical significance. First, let's talk about zoning districts and land use. Gilpin County has several zoning districts, so you'll want to know which one your land falls into before you buy. The most common for residential use are resource residential and residential subdivision. Resource residential areas are going to be larger parcels where things like forestry, agriculture, and even some commercial uses are allowed. Residential subdivision is where you'll find smaller, more traditional lots in a subdivision. So building permits. To build on your land, you'll need a building permit from the county, which comes with guidelines regarding the placement of your home, its size, the setback of the home from your property lines, and things of that nature. You'll need to submit a plan site to the county showing the location of all proposed improvements like your home, well, septic, and driveway, and they may also require you to get a survey of your property. Once you've submitted your site plan, the county will review it and make sure everything complies with county regulations that include setbacks, drainage, and environmental impact. Okay, so now let's talk about subdivision regulations. If you're thinking about buying a larger parcel of land and subdividing it, there are going to be regulations that you have to follow. For example, lots and subdivisions have to meet specific size and access requirements, particularly if the area is steep with slopes over 20%. So that's something to keep in mind if you're considering splitting up property. Colorado also has strict water regulations, and this applies heavily when buying land in Gilpin County. If your development will use over 2,000 gallons of water per day, or if you're looking at a subdivision with more than 10 lots, you'll need to demonstrate adequate water supply. This often means digging a well, and depending on your location, this can cost anywhere between $30,000 and $70,000. So if you have specific questions regarding buying land in Black Hawk or other mountain areas in Colorado, reach out. I'd love to share with you my tips for your unique situation and point you in the right direction. Environmental consideration. One of the most important aspects of building in Gilpin County is understanding the environmental regulations that are in place. Because of the county's mountainous terrain and rich ecosystems, there are strict guidelines to protect water quality, wildlife, and forested areas. Wildfire is a major concern in the mountains, so fire mitigation is an extremely important consideration. Gilpin County requires homeowners to create defensible spaces around the home, which involves thinning trees and brush to reduce the spread of wildfire. Water rights and septic systems. If your land isn't connected to a municipal water system, you'll need to have a well and septic system installed. So it's essential to check whether your land has those rights before buying and be prepared for the costs associated with setting them up. Resources and support. The good news is that Gilpin County provides several resources to help guide you through this process. The planning department is a great place to start, so whether you need to understand the permitting process or get advice on environmental regulations, make sure you visit the Gilpin County Community Development and Planning Department's website for detailed information on zoning laws, building permit applications, and other requirements. Should you buy land, build your dream home from scratch, or purchase an existing home? Each is going to have its pros and cons. So building allows you to customize every detail and everything's going to be brand new, but it's important to consider the extra time and costs involved, such as permits, well and septic installation, and the challenges of mountainous terrain. Many people dream of building a tiny home or going off-grid, but it is essential to know that unfortunately Unfortunately, in most cases, because of zoning regulations, you can't simply place a tiny home on a vacant lot in Gilpin County. You'll need to ensure that it meets residential building codes, and mobile homes and RVs are not allowed for long-term residents. So whether you're dreaming of building your own mountain home or finding a charming home that's already built in Gilpin County, understanding all the different regulations is going to be key to making your dream a reality. Thank you for watching this, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have more questions. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Colorado real estate tips. Until next time, happy house hunting.